Meow, Huples Cat. Today is day 50 of my walking streak. So I'm going to walk over 5 miles, 5 for my 5-0. So come along with me and let's enjoy the great Canadian outdoors in the winter. Along the way we'll discuss my streak, and Kitty is now also going to streak. No, not that type of streaking, an exercise streak. Shame on you for thinking bad thoughts. Everybody's unique and different. Well, mostly. For example, I like to mark the half kilometres from the home for the simple reason that if I get to the 3 kilometre mark and I'm feeling tired, I find it easy to go for another half kilometre and come back. So I'm marking the trees as well because these posts will never last. Kitty, however, likes to walk to a place. So I've marked both sides of the road. It's a higher -5 today, which is why I'm actually doing a road walk. This is fresh tarmac with stones on it, and it actually dead ends and becomes a dirt road about 4.5 kilometres from my house. So I'm going to go to the end of the road and come back again. And it's also allowed me to complete my trail marking idea. In the summer I'm going to put up little small pie trays as well so I can see it at night, but I'm also probably going to get some stencils and paint the actual kilometre numbers on some of the trees. I want to do it, it's going to be a long-term project, maybe decades after I'm dead. I want people to walk along this road and realise it's been marked every half kilometre, and hopefully that will help them enjoy their exercise routine. We're at 4 kilometres. The lakes are now all frozen over, shouldn't be long before it's safe to walk on them. Over a decade ago I did an awful lot of running, in fact the 3 decades before that, and I'm really proud of myself. All of those people using Ranger Pacer beads and all that, I was 50 metres correct. That stick down there was not the half kilometre marking. This is behind me. It's only about 50 metres or 55 yards away from the other stick, but I knew without even examining the other stick it wasn't half a kilometre. And I was right. So I'm not even streaking. I'm doing an hour of walking a day. It doesn't have to be a full hour, it can be in bits. Walking the dog counts, walking like this counts. But for now, me and Puffin have to leave, because Puffin is cold. One in the tent? No. But overall I found it quite easy to do the hour a day. Meow, Huples Cat. December 23rd, start of the bomb cyclone in the Greater Toronto area. It's been 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days where I wouldn't have done it, except I had a streak going and I felt, oh, I have to do this. So it helps focus you. And Kitty needs no focusing. She was exercising 2-3 hours a day regular, and she hasn't been recently because she had to go to Newmarket and look after her folks. So she wants to do the streak, so I've told her she has to start today because it's my day 50 and she won't have to write it down, because on day 67 for me it'll be day 17 for her. So her streak's different from mine because we're all individuals. Hers is going to be doing an hour of activity a day. Now I've told her she needs to include her yoga practice in that as well, and she doesn't want to. She wants to make it physical activity where she's actually using strength and flexibility. Wind's getting up. Find somewhere more sheltered. There's a storm coming. It wasn't forecast. Alright, I'm half a kilometre from my destination and turnaround point. Yeah, it's a bit more sheltered. So the streak should be something you can easily do every day without killing yourself. And you need to be flexible. If it was really bad and you can't do it, do something alternatively. I have every confidence in Kitty. I'm sure she'll manage it, and I look forward to doing it. In fact, if I feel good after this walk and she hasn't done her hour yet, I'm going to go out again with her. My hour walking a day is a minimum for me, and Kitty's suggestion, I'm altering it. My streak will continue, an hour a day of walking, not for distance, not for speed, but just on my feet as a minimum. But once a week, every 7 days, I'm going to make sure I do a walk like this where I've done over 2 hours walking. And as time progresses, hopefully I'll get further and further. Beautiful. And this is an unexpected view because this is a non-marked access to the lake that's public. How do I know it's public? Well, there's certainly a lot of evidence that boats have been dragged across here. And there's a little parking spot there, but no actual direct access down from the road. This is the main giveaway. You wouldn't really have them on a private dock. There is a really obvious boat launch down there that is on the maps and it's public, and that's where I normally get into this lake from. But this is actually quite far up the lake. And this will actually be a great access point. Kitty can drop me off here and I can paddle up the lake and cut off a whole bunch of area that I don't necessarily want to do if I'm doing it more for camping rather than kayaking. A nice find. I'd like to thank Chris, the plant-based runner who lives in Des Moines, Iowa, for actually starting me on this. In the next day or two, he actually is going to hit his 100th day of daily streaking in running, where he does 5k or 5 miles every day. It's been a real inspiration, Chris, and thank you for dragging me along on the journey. And if you're out there and you're wanting to know what to do in the new year, consider a streak. Do something you enjoy that you can do every day quite easily. But if you don't have the streak set up, you might skip days. Whatever it is, maybe you like doing laps, go for that. If maybe you like walking to the town or whatever it is, whatever you like to do it. And get out there and get fitter, because we all need to be fitter. Thanks for watching. Love you. Doodles. Oh, this is the halfway point. I've done 2.5 miles, just over. So I'm going to go back the way I came. And on the way back, I'm going to shoot a video where I talk about a debriefing from my second night of real tent camping in the winter at minus 15 centigrade. So it's about 4:20 in the morning. I've been up twice to pee. It's not my usual habit. Normally I go to bed and I stay in bed. I think it's because of the cold, or about plus 10 Fahrenheit. Went down to plus 5 Fahrenheit. It was cold. Love you. Toodles. This video has been brought to you by an extremely cute terrier production 2023.